first things first. There's lies, there's damn lies, and there's statistics. I'm sure you've heard that from Mark Twain. That's the first thing. The second thing is that you're deriving.
You can massage numbers, but
you're deriving your truth from an internet study. That's fine. You can derive your truth from an internet study on a bunch of different things.
Oh, well, it's just an internet study? This is the very common and cheesy way to write off any kind of data that contradicts what you feel. That is the cope right there. Oh, it's an internet study. Yeah, guess what, buddy? Studies can be found on the internet. That doesn't make me look bad. That makes you look bad because you have just as much access to that quote-unquote internet study as I do. And the fact that you're not basing your opinion on something larger than your own little personal experience is quite sad, to be honest. Ladies and gentlemen, I might need to take a cold shower and get rid of my hate boner for Hasan. I have not yet seen this, but I've seen people talk about this, and a lot of them are saying that Hasan actually did really well. And honestly, Hasan is not much of a debater, I'm not gonna lie. I'm not over here to talk about how good of a debater I am. That's not at all what I'm going for here. I'm just remarking that from what I've seen of Hasan's debates, not great. Really, really not great. We had the debate with Christian Walker, which was like so bad. And yet I heard that he did really good on the Andrew Tate debate. 24 minutes titled, I Made Andrew Tate Run Away in a Debate. So let's go, I guess.
Andrew, I've seen some of your work as you're doing the rounds on Twitch here. And a lot of the things that you said that you've been called out on, specifically in regards to like women driving, as a matter of fact, are just generally untrue. There's no empirical evidence to back up those claims, which is why you resort to anecdotes quite frequently and say things like, oh, well, it's just common sense, right? But it's not technically common sense. It's just your personal opinion.
So I guess he said something in regards to women are bad at driving as compared to men or something. That is not true at all. Isn't it even like a kind of well-known fact that men generally have to pay more for car insurance than women because they're more likely to be riskier and get in crashes?
Completely. It's my personal opinion based on my personal biases of my life experience. Now, when I say these, exactly. And when I say these things, X amount of people agree with me and X amount of people disagree with me. That's fine, and that's the same of nearly any statement in the world. Okay, I can say the world is round, and there'll be a percentage of people who disagree with me. That's totally and utterly fine. I come on here and talk about my own personal experiences, and my experiences, men are better drivers than women. I'm not saying there's no good female drivers. I'm not saying a female can't move a car.
No. You're misunderstanding what I'm saying. There is a truth, and then there is your own personal experiences backed by anecdotes, right? Or your own personal opinion backed by anecdotes from your own personal experiences. Now, your own personal experiences are oftentimes going to be incorrect and not close to the reality. That's why there's an entire field of statistical analysis. That's why we do empirical. That's why we rely on empirical evidence when we're making decisions. Why? Because we all carry a bunch of personal biases. And when we analyze situations, we do not have enough scope to grasp the entirety of the situation. We cannot comprehend it with our human brains.
Bro, listen.
Which is why when it comes to women driving, it's a funny point because the truth is different. The truth is the exact opposite.
No, listen. First things first. There's lies, there's damn lies, and there's statistics. I'm sure you've heard that from Mark Twain. That's the first thing. The second thing is that you're deriving.
You can massage numbers, but
you're deriving your truth from an internet study. That's fine. You can derive your truth from an internet study on a bunch of different things. The truth of life is the truth that you experience as an individual.
Oh no, he's actually going that route? What? The truth of life is the truth that you experience as an individual? Okay, this is my favorite argument. I do this every time, but still, okay, then the world is flat. That's my truth. Because the reality that I experience is a flat world, okay? But it's because of scientific research and empiricism that we understand that the world is in fact not round. Or flat earther hunter revealed, exposed. That the world is in fact not flat. But according to our reality, it very well seems as if it is. So I'm actually surprised that he is biting the bullet in regards to this level of stupidity. The fact that he would just say, yeah, it's just my own experience, bruh. That is not only like fucking dumb, but it also opens you up to really bad beliefs as well. How long until it's your personal truth that black people are just less trustworthy because one time you got screwed over by a black guy? How long until a woman says all men are creepy, or they should leave her alone, or they all kind of give her rapey vibes because she had a bad experience with one man? This is ridiculous. Clearly, you need to have some kind of larger basis to form your opinions on. Your personal opinion can be completely demolished with statistical analysis. And then he says, oh, well, it's just an internet study. This is the very common and cheesy way to write off any kind of data that contradicts what you feel. That is the cope right there. Oh, it's an internet study. Yeah, guess what, buddy? Studies can be found on the internet. That doesn't make me look bad. That makes you look bad because you have just as much access to that quote unquote internet study as I do. And the fact that you're not basing your opinion on something larger than your own little personal experience is quite sad, to be honest.
It's the only truth that we all live within. You live within your truths, I live within my truths, because these are the truths I've experienced as an individual. If certain things happen to you over and over and over and over and over again, but the truth on the internet says it's not true, that doesn't mean that your experiences are any less real.
Why is he saying the truth of the internet? It is a study that was done, though at least flashed on screen, was from New York Times. This isn't just like somebody posted on Reddit.
Come here and say the internet says X, especially
your experiences can be real. You could be a statistical anomaly, as a matter of fact. You can be one of those people, but more often than not, more often than that.
Then I want to talk to you because I keep letting you talk and you're finishing your point and I'm trying to talk. So
okay, go ahead.
I'm going to. The fact that you're going on the internet, finding some study and saying that this is the truth, especially after the age of COVID and all the fucking truth we were told with that garbage, you want to sit here and say, oh, the internet said X. I'm sure the internet did. I'm talking about my personal experiences, and some people agree with me and some people do not. That is perfectly fine. Don't give a fuck if people agree with me or otherwise. People are listening to me and they're either agreeing with me or
I know, but
not.
you're still wrong, and that's the problem.
I disagree with you.
Do you want to be right, or do you want to keep speaking into a hug box where people agree with you? And
Prove
then,
to me I'm wrong.
Well, if you just completely devalue empirical evidence, actuarial sciences.
Behind the wheel, women are safer drivers than men. Compared with women, male drivers of cars and vans had twice the rate of fatal accidents per mile driven. So again, this is not just like, oh, some guy on Twitter said this thing, so you're wrong. This is an actual study that took into account different variables and compiled the data to come to a rather sound conclusion. And he is just writing it all off because, he disagrees with it.
The entirety of the insurance industry that relies on making these sorts of calculations to ensure that these quotes are as profitable as possible, which ends up charging men higher rates than women. Is a statistical likelihood that...
Can everybody give Hunter a round of applause, please, in chat? I called it. I said I'm pretty sure it's a known fact that men have to pay more in car insurance because of their higher likelihood of crashing. Hell yeah. It's definitely interesting to see. So far, Hasan is doing really well.
That men are more dangerous drivers than women across the board and get into more car accidents across the board. If you're going to look at all of that and say it doesn't matter because that does not correspond to my own personal experiences, then you're silly. You're being silly. You're being a silly person. If everyone thought like you did, right, we would have no scientific achievements on this planet. We would still be living inside of fucking caves. As much as I love Liver King personally, I don't think that that would be a good planet to live on. I'm pretty happy for, all the medical achievements, all the scientific achievements that we have reached. And at the heart of all of that, all of those accomplishments lies an understanding of arriving at the truth through empirical evidence.
You done?
Yeah.
Cool. In my personal experiences, all of the car crashes I've been involved in, all the times my car was hit, and all the negative experience I've had on the road, women were at fault. That is, now you can sit here and say the insurance claims say that.
It's not about your personal experience. Oh my God. It's about what is the higher likelihood. Just if a woman has crashed a car in front of you doesn't mean that women are all across the board worse drivers. That's why you need statistical analysis. You cannot make a broad claim about a large group of people based on your own little tiny personal experience. With your tiny little brain hiding behind your bald megamind. Okay, come on, dude. This is why we call this guy Andrew Tate. Because he's just a fucking moron.
I never said the insurance claims don't say that. I'm saying that I am not comfortable with women driving because of my personal experience. Those are my personal experiences. You can.
So would it be valid then to not be comfortable to have black people in your house because of your personal experience of one time when a black guy stole from you? Would that be valid? Andrew? Now, he doesn't really care about optics. He might say yes. He probably would say yes, actually. But again, that just gives into the danger of this thought process. There is nothing this cannot be applied to. And it's just ridiculous. You could justify racism, sexism. You could justify some of the worst ideas in the world solely based on just your personal experience and a rejection of statistical analysis.
I'm not saying that I can't find a female race car driver. I'm not saying that.
That's not what I'm saying either. I'm not talking about like statistical anomalies. I'm straight up talking about the overwhelming amount of evidence that suggests that women are more careful drivers than men.
So, okay, this is where what I would have said here, and I'm not saying Hasan is wrong for this. I'm just saying, personally, the approach I would have taken at that point is actually just, you can have a personal experience, and your personal experience is not invalidated from data. However, you cannot use your personal experience and extrapolate from that onto a large group of people. That is not fair. You can't say, because my personal experience happened with a woman, therefore all women are like this, or therefore women are generally like this. That's not something you can do. You can have your personal fucking experience all day long. Everybody does. But using your personal experience to come to a conclusion, especially about a large group of people or about general society, is just asinine at that point.
So let me walk you through this, right?
Brother,
do you agree that human beings have biases?
Do me a favor.
Okay. But hey, I respected your time. Do you want to answer my question? Do you believe that human beings have biases?
Oh, absolutely. We're all biased.
Okay.
Completely.
Do you think that those biases might cloud your judgment?
It's not about clouding judgment.
Not just your personal not just your own personal judgment. Do you think our biases might cloud our personal judgment?
I think every single person on earth is biased and lives within a biased reality.
Absolutely. That's absolutely true. If you agree with me on both of those accounts, you understand that your anecdotes, your own personal accumulation of information, is going to be clouded by your own personal biases. So you're not going to be able to assess the information adequately in the same way that empirical evidence would. This is precisely why we look at data rather than make arguments around our... Wait, let me finish. Come on.
I understand what you're saying.
This is precisely why we do that.
We've went over the same point like 5 times here.
Everyone's saying kick you. You're long-winded the point. You're saying that the empirical evidence is saying X, so it doesn't matter what my personal experience is. That's fine. My point is, let me change it. Let's say that the empirical evidence says that a pit bull is more likely to bite you than a Dalmatian. But in your life experience, every time you went near a Dalmatian, it bit you, and a pit bull never did. Are you going to go up to a Dalmatian still completely and go, oh, it's fine, completely unbiased because the empirical evidence says X when you're covered in scars? No. You're going to say Dalmatians bite me for some reason, and I'm not comfortable around Dalmatians. That's called human nature. Okay. So I'm telling you my personal experiences, and I don't care. I understand your point.
This is why I feel like Hasan should have instead taken the approach of your personal experience is not invalid. It's that you cannot use your personal experience to make broad judgments and come to broad conclusions.
Empirical evidence says X. Women in this country can do X. I completely get that. Secondly, it's also country by country because you're only talking about America because you're American and you don't see outside of the world. That's fine.
I'm Turkish, actually. I grew up in Turkey.
That's not the point. That's not the point I'm making. The point I'm making is I'm uncomfortable with a woman driving. And if you actually ask most women, if it gets late at night or it starts getting dark or it starts raining heavily or the parking gets difficult, they usually ask the man to drive themselves. I know many women who do that. They're not.
What? What are you talking about? You realize that if women prefer men to drive at night, you're suggesting now that based on your personal experience, that large amount of women, or women generally, have night blindness. What are you saying right now, dude? You're actually revealing why it's so fucking dumb to use your own personal experience to come to a larger conclusion. Holy shit. They would just prefer the man to drive. They when it comes to nighttime, women generally just have more night blindness than men, guys. Their eyes are the feminine eyes. What are you talking about?
Not offended by my assumption. I know loads of women who go, oh, I don't want to park, you park it. Loads, there's not a bad thing about it. Who gives a shit, right?
There are also men who say that. If we're going to go for our personal experience, you know what? I have a little bit of night blindness. You know what? I have a hard time seeing at night. You know what? My wife can parallel park and I can't. Sometimes I ask my wife to park. if I have to park downtown and I can't parallel park. So checkmate, Andrew. Your personal experience is now completely invalidated because I have a personal experience that varies from yours. Again, this is why we don't generalize based on personal experiences. Everybody has their own experiences. It's not just about that. It's about what's more likely to happen based on empiricism.
Big deal. You've come on here deciding you really want to stick up for the chicks, and maybe, you know, one of them will drive over to your house. It's cool. We've got better things to talk about.
I look.
People made the same argument, by the way, for me when I was calling what happened to AOC sexual harassment with the Alex Stein thing. These cringy manosphere losers who are just basically drowning in daddy issues and insecurities always think that if you take a stand against sexism or sexual harassment, that somehow you're like simping for women or something. Like, no, actually, I don't have to be a simp in order to also recognize that like sexism is bad, and you using your own personal experience to get to this kind of a dumbass conclusion is pathetic. That doesn't make me a simp, okay? That makes me smarter than you.
Real. I don't think I need to be a male feminist to be able to attract women, okay? However, having said that, that was a funny implication. Having said that, you are failing to recognize what I am trying to say. I walked you through these steps slowly but surely. The thing is, the Dalmatian example that you gave is great because you are creating now a hypothetical scenario in which you want your opponent to concede. I can do the exact same thing and say, well, in my personal experience, Dalmatians never bite. Or pit bulls never bite, whichever one you thought was the more aggressive breed, right? In my personal experience, what if in a million times that I have bred pit bulls or been around pit bulls, not a single one of them has ever been aggressive? We will never be able to arrive at a meaningful solution or a resolution to this conversation if we're both operating on personal anecdotes and hypotheticals. That is not how you can conduct an appropriate debate.
Good. So now you're saying the thing I just said. I have my own biases, my personal experiences, and I say them. Some people disagree and some people agree, and I don't care. You now come along.
But you're still wrong, though, because I'm not operating on biases when I talk about women driving. I'm talking about the empirical evidence. I might have personally thought women are worse at driving than men as well. But once you arrive at, once you look at the evidence and you realize that said evidence suggests something else, you're probably not going to continue believing the prior thing that you believed, right?
We went over the same point like 5 times, and I think we're just.
I know, but it's just weird.
I like how this guy's up here like trying to save Andrew Tate. He's like, can we get him out, please? Kick this guy. He's giving him a challenge. Quick, get rid of him.
Because I can't I can't break through Andrew's.
I understand your point. You're saying that even if I thought
we're losing the girl.
No, exactly. I want to talk to her. He's saying even if I thought women were worse drivers, I've seen empirical evidence, and I'm so smart that I ignore my own eyes and ears and believe what the internet tells me. That's what he's coming along.
That's not what I'm asking you to do, my friend.
I'm sure you're double vaccinated. It all makes sense to me now. You believe what you're told to believe. You don't believe your own eyes. You don't believe your own ears. And that's what you're going to sit here and talk about empirical evidence that you found on Google. Cool. If you believe everything that's on Google, that is your prerogative, my friend. And if you think that
see how he's conflating again? If you believe everything that's on Google, no, that's not what anybody said. Just if you use Google as a search engine to find a study that was conducted properly that contradicts your personal experience is not using Google or believing whatever they tell you. You are even worse in that case. You're the type of person who is just believing whatever your fucking gut tells you. You see your friend get vaccinated and the next day they stub their toe, and you and your dipshittery and your personal experiences go, well, clearly the vaccine probably causes people to stub their toe, so vaccine's bad. You're a fucking Neanderthal.
You sound smart in the modern world after the 3 years we've just been through to say that I read a piece of paper that tells me to believe X, so I believe X, and I ignore my own personal experiences. And you think
I'm not asking you to ignore your own personal experiences. I'm simply asking you to look at the data.
So let's change the subject because you've just proven your point.
Okay, Andrew, do you believe? Well, you didn't really prove anything, but it's cool. Do you believe the Earth is flat, or do you believe the Earth is spherical, round?
Albie has his headphones on.
Yeah, he took his headphones off?
He gets very stressed sometimes, and
Yeah, it's cool. It's important, Sometimes he can't take the heat.
He just needs to take a little break, okay? He's got to just take a little chill and go to his second computer to bully more women online. After he kind of, releases some of that negativity, he'll come back and keep talking with you.
Sometimes you can't take the heat, so you got to get out of the kitchen a little bit. Andrew, do you believe the Earth is flat or round, spherical? globe?
Round.
You believe it's round, right? But when you walk outside, it feels like it's flat.
Brother, and
it looks flat, it feels flat, but you believe it's round. Why do you believe the Earth is round?
Because I have personal experience that would prove to me that the Earth is round.
Oh, you have personal experience.
By the way, the people like this will always say that. Well, I could technically, with using gravity, figure out that the Earth. No, all of them are fucking lying. None of them went outside in their backyard as a little kid and did their own little science experiment, and then came to the conclusion that, wow, it seems as if the world is actually round. No, they learned it in school. They saw the pictures. They saw scientific evidence, and then they believed it. That's the truth of the matter. Anytime they say otherwise, they're lying to you, because I've asked this same question to people that cling to personal anecdotes like their long lost father, and every time they will do this similar kind of response. Well, technically I could figure out that the Earth is round. Yeah, I know, buddy. Somehow you could figure it out. You could calculate it with your little iPhone calculator. No, we all believe that because that's what we were taught in school, and we've seen evidence.
What happened? Did you go up to the fucking moon? Is that how you figured it out?
Exactly. I flew up into space and I looked down on Earth and I saw a big circle.
That's crazy. Okay, you don't have to. Hey, listen, you don't have to concede on that point, but I think you and I both understand the importance of scientific, the importance of empirical evidence in that one, right? Or you know,
all our fun.
Science.
I saw him there, and I thought, wow, this guy, wow, okay, he's gonna ruin the stream. We had a hot chick. Now you're here.
Is that what you thought?
Just chill out. Like,
so what's up?
Careful, Andrew. You might actually have a real excuse to get out of this. I think that girl left to go drive home. Quick, stop her before a massive accident happens. Stop her before she accidentally goes up a ramp and crashes into a building and does 9/11 too.
Is it a little bit more difficult when I'm not like the traditional like SJW looking person? Is that why it feels like the stream is a little bit more ruined?
No, it's not difficult. As a professional, I'll tell you the conversation we just had.
Yeah, dude, you've been kicked in the face and stuff. Like, I'm sure you can handle little old me.
Exactly. So I'll tell you as a professional the conversation we just had. I said I am biased and I don't believe women can drive. That's my personal experience. I don't care if anyone agrees. Oh. You came along and said, don't interrupt me. You came along and said, no, that's not true because of the evidence. I came and said, I don't care about the evidence, my personal experience. You said, I also have personal experiences and we're all biased. I agreed. Then you said, even if I had personal experiences that said X, I would ignore them because the internet told me to believe Y. I believe what I'm told.
That's not what I said. I said that regardless of my own personal biases that I might have, evidence is still more important than my personal biases.
When you guys are both talking at once, you can't hear
boring, and you've lost, and it's boring. So let's just move on to the next subject.
Got him, man. You know what? That's going to be my get out of jail free card next time. When somebody's giving me a really hard time in a debate, I'm going to be like, you know what? Stop. I'm bored. This is boring, okay? The reason I have debates is for my own entertainment, and I am not currently being entertained. Therefore, you are getting kicked.
Is that what happens? You just say I'm boring and I lost, and then you win? Is that what it is?
Do a poll on the chat. And if you won, then we'll continue to talk it. But I'm sure you've lost, and it's boring.
Okay.
And it's
do you want me to leave the conversation that desperately, Andrew? It seems like you're running away a little bit.
Oh, we're just going in a never-ending circle. Like, we
can move on from that. We can move on.
Keep in mind, the reason they're going in a never-ending circle is because Andrew Tate will not concede a single point, and he's unwilling to actually engage with the conversation. He's too busy smoking his cigar.
From the importance of science and Andrew's personal biases. Andrew, can you tell me a little bit about the Hustlers University, whatever that is? Not in a promotional capacity. I know that like you're doing the rounds on Twitch, and I know that that's probably giving you a big boost, but I want to understand, because you are a businessman. I want to understand how you generate revenue. Is it okay to get this information for free, or do I have to pay $50 and then maybe get an affiliate link and get other people to also join so I can make a 10% cut off of them also joining Hustlers University?
You can find everything on the website, and you can join if you want more information. That's fine.
So you don't want to share this information for free right now. You don't want to educate me on that.
I don't want to sit here and spend the next hour you trying to accuse me of some bullshit.
I'm not. I'm here to learn. Andrew, you are a brilliant mind. Maybe a little rattled from the numerous concussions, but brilliant nonetheless. So I want to hear more about your business strategy if possible.
Man, you know what? Hasan is doing really good here. Actually really good. Taking it off of the serious argument and just starting to kind of mock him. That was a really good move right there, because this guy's clearly unwilling to actually engage in a good faith argument or discussion. So Hasan taking it into the mockery, really good move, Hasan. This is like a seriously massive cold shower that is just washing away my hate boner for Hasan right now.
Interesting that people who are too scared to get in the ring try and make fun of people who have bravery to try and make fun of.
No,
people.
I do think it's very brave. I do think it's very brave.
Oh, all right. So let's not.
Truthfully, I think the best thing that Andrew Tate could do, and this is something that would be not only incredibly honorable, but also show his exuberant amount of bravery. Next time he sees a woman driving, preferably if the woman's driving like 60, 70, 80 miles an hour, right? He should just run out and jump in front of the car to prevent her from causing any future accidents, since there is a scary, spooky woman with her creepy lady eyes driving on the road. I think that if Andrew Tate were to just jump in the road, put his arms out and go, right against the windshield, like a massive mosquito getting hit on the windshield, that would just be the most honorable form of bravery, the most honorable sacrifice you could make to protect the rest of us from getting hurt by the scary whammon drivers. I think that is the best thing that Andrew Tate could do right now.
Let's not detract the bravery of men who do things you're afraid to do. That's the first thing.
No. You are absolutely incredibly brave. You still might have CTE, but you are.
Keep in mind too that like being brave in and of itself is not necessarily a good thing. I could be really brave and sit in my house while it's on fire. Doesn't mean I'm smart. Doesn't mean I'm good. Doesn't mean I deserve any credit for it.
Incredibly brave. I appreciate it.
I mean, whatever. It's fine. The point I'm trying to make is I know you want to sit here and talk about hate you and try and break it down, and you've prepared a bunch of notes, etc.
I have no notes whatsoever. I'm a dumbass. I don't know anything I'm talking about. I'm simply here to learn from you.
Yo, can we stop with the sarcastic shit and just have an actual
No,
conversation?
I'm literally, but that's the
No,
truth.
you're being so sarcastic though. Like, why are you being so
hurry up,
sarcastic?
Mom.
I'm not. I'm literally.
Bro, you
Oh,
just said,
come
like,
on.
10
Come on.
things
Come on.
that
Come
are
on. Come on. Come on. I'm asking questions.
Yeah, you're
Hasan,
being sarcastic. Like, listen.
Hasan, please. It's pretty clear that I was the better Hasan. So
Yeah, that's agreed. I agree with that one. That's for sure.
if you could just get out the call, maybe it would fix the stream.
I think so. It's
Would you
boring,
guys,
man.
if you guys would like me to leave the call, I can do that. I don't want to
Hey,
be. I don't want to be rude.
I gotta get back to work.
I do not want to be rude, boys. This is your stream. Andrew, I'd love to talk to you in more detail if you'd like to. I hope that one day you can educate me on your revenue strategies. I mean, it does look a little bad though if you feel as though I should leave the call because you feel like I'm overpowering you a little bit.
You should stay on the call, but I think you should be more socially aware.
I
and
am.
understand-
Is that a bad question? Do you not
no.
educate thousands of young men about your business strategies? I want to know more.
Okay, I want you to be more socially aware and understand that since you've joined the stream,
Your debate brained. This conversation went nowhere. Andrew literally just recapped what happened, and Hasan just insulted him. Oh my God, that's not debate brained. This is called I've actually watched this, and clearly you haven't. Either that, or you're somehow an Andrew Tate simp. One way or another, why don't you join the Discord, buddy?
the vibe's down. It's boring. It's late at night for me. I came here to have fun. You're being boring. No one thinks you're cool. No one thinks you're intelligent. No one thinks you're funny.
I don't think I'm cool or intelligent. I just have questions, and you're not answering them for some reason.
No, I don't
Why
have
are
to
we
answer
derailing?
I don't have to answer your questions. The police. I don't have to answer
No,
anything.
no, not at all. No, I am not the UK police nor the Romanian one. I'm simply asking you questions about your business strategy, which you literally educate.
That was a good one. The Romanian police. Remember, for those of you who don't know, when he was in Romania, the Romanian police raided his house because there was accusations that Andrew Tate was actually involved in sex trafficking. That was the Romanian police joke there. Good one, Hasan.
people on. I just want to know how you fucking how you do growth and revenue. Why can't I be a hustler? I want to be a hustler like you. I want to be a top G, a top bloke, a proper bloke.
You can find out more on the website. I would like the stream to get fun again. If you want to discuss this,
You don't think your educational content is fun for people to consume?
I think everyone's saying kick him. Read the chat. Have you guys read the chat on your stream?
You want me to leave that bad? I'll. If you want me to leave that bad, I'll leave.
You're just being. I mean, listen. I'm just a messenger, but you're just kind of like being sarcastic, making.
I'm not. I'm literally not. I promise. I swear to Allah that I want to know.
You were just saying wasn't sarcastic. Don't even. You can't even convince me.
None of what I have mentioned is sarcastic. I truly would like to know more.
Wasn't sarcastic.
85% kick. 85%. No one thinks you're funny or interesting or witty. Your little comebacks, no one's interested in them. You haven't won anything.
It's okay. It's okay, Andrew. If you want, we can have a conversation again.
This is not very Giga Chad right here on Andrew Tate's part. I'm gonna be honest.
We can have a conversation again in the future if you'd like. If you're brave
But
enough.
yeah, this is not very Giga Chad energy right now coming from Andrew Tate. This is almost like Giga Beta energy.
I guess.
You have HU has an affiliate program for some people if they want to affiliate, like everything else in the world. We have over 100,000 students making more than they invest each month. If they didn't make more than they invest, they wouldn't sign up. One of the most successful online educational platforms in history.
Are there multiple layers?
Learn how to make some money yourself if you want to join and have more information. It's all on corporatate.com. You can.
It's like a pyramid scheme.
If you're too cheap to pay $50, then you're a brokey. Nobody gives a shit what you think anyway. You've ruined the stream. Everyone wants you out of it. So either.
Damn. So if you don't have $50, then your opinion is invalid. No one wants to hear what you have to say. Shit. Sorry, pores. You don't have anything worthy of taking seriously. Show me your bank account with at least $50 in it, and then I'll listen to your opinion. Until then, see you later, sucker.
Change tune and get with the program and be fun, or keep sitting here and talking sarcastic and really slowly and repeating yourself and talking about how you only believe what you see on the internet because no one really gives a fuck.
Okay, one more thing. Somebody in chat pointed this out. That's a good point. He put a poll in his chat to find out if he should kick Hasan or not. So you're against data, but yet you're fine collecting data from the most biased fucking source when it suits your narrative. This is hysterical. How does this dude manage to like kick himself in the nuts over and over again over the course of like 20 minutes?
Fuck. And it's boring. So let's move on to something fun. Let's get the tempo up. I've just told you about HU. We do have an affiliate program. You can find out more on corporatate.com.
So it is a multi-level marketing scheme. Got it. I just wanted to figure out if it was truly a pyramid scheme. It would be inappropriate of me to assume that it's a pyramid scheme without having you explain it in such terms. But thank you. All right, whatever you guys want to talk about, I'm game.
You're welcome to affiliate anytime you like, friend. There's no problem.
Yeah.
All right, so let's move on because this dude he's lame, my friends. Let's
Hasan, I appreciate you coming on. We're gonna bring in another guest though.
All right, peace, boys. Have fun. Andrew, I'm always open to talk to you, my friend, if you would like to.
We'll have another conversation.
Thank you, my friend.
Have a good night.
That was bullshit. I've never seen a man act so hysterical. I thought he was such a fucking big boy. What happened? That's crazy.
You'll notice that it's really funny too because the dudes, the manosphere types, talk so much about how women are unhinged and emotional and quick to only go to their fifis. And then you talk to these guys. Remember when I talked to Stevie Knight? Or you see this Andrew Tate guy, and they collapse into nothing but a big ball of estrogen hormones and start basically screeching like menopausal rants. It is hysterical how much these dudes will shit on women and call women the emotional ones, but the minute that they get challenged, they become exactly what they claim that women are. It's hilarious. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button and click the bell so you get notified when I drop a new video.